And so I'd like to bring to our stage Maggie Englander. Maggie is a health strategist and anxiety relief specialist. Her company, Rewiring Yourself. Maggie is a specialist who has been coaching, inspiring, motivating, and consulting hundreds of adults for the last 20 years. After years of working across 3 different countries with a wide range of different medical conditions, Maggie identified the great need of helping others to rewire their minds and lives to live accordingly to their values away from medication. Maggie believes that by discovering the powers of the subconscious minds and tuning within our own powers, we can overcome any obstacles life throws at us. Maggie specializes in mental flexibility and emotional resilience. Maggie combines a variety of different therapies with healthy lifestyles, medicine coaching to help reverse cardiovascular conditions, overcome addictions, and beat obesity, helping you to overcome disease of the modern world. I present to you Maggie Englander, and she's going to speak about the beauty of burnout.
Thank you, ladies, for inviting me. I just feel so honored and excited at the same time. So imagine a little, very insecure girl who is so scared of everything, even her own shadow. She's growing, pleasing everyone up, being desperate to be liked and seen. She doesn't like herself, wishing to be different, to look different, to sound different. She cannot find happiness in her surroundings, neither within herself. That little girl was not much fortune growing up in her birth country. There was a big stigma on everyone experiencing mental health problems. No one spoke about it. If one was feeling depressed, the best advice available at the time was sleep it off. The little girl didn't have anyone who could have really understood her feelings. So she didn't have a choice but to learn how to suppress her feelings. From not being allowed to verbalize her opinion, and as her family believed that no fish, no children have a voice, she was having frequent throat infections. Unhappiness and sadness she was holding in was giving her frequent chest infections. Worries and fear were giving her frequent headaches. Affected by it in so many ways, that little girl regretted that she was alive. In all her despair, she decided to overdose and kill herself at the age of 18. Waking up at the hospital, she had a strong desire to live, to be happy, to be healthy, and not to be needing to think about taking her life away anymore. From that day onward, she spent the whole life educating herself in a variety of therapies, healthy lifestyle medicine coaching, neuro-linguistic programming, and even hypnotherapy. Whilst fighting with the demons of her past, abusive ex-partners, single motherhood, ups and downs of her own mental health, she pushed through no matter what. She never gave up. She pulled so many people up at the same time, those with mental health needs, special needs, physical disabilities, even ex-offenders, as well as victims of various crimes. Her mind and body were like on fire, having to provide for herself and her 2 children with no help in a foreign country she chose to be her new home country. She felt like being with her own body on a motorway constantly. Until one day, July 2012, Monday morning, a sunny, lovely day. I slept well, dropped my children at school and driving to my office. Cars are passing by, birds are flying by. I'm feeling strange though, but of course I suppress it in me. Till the evening, I keep telling myself, in the evening, I will rest. Getting to the office, sitting at the desk, pulling my laptop out to check the names of the clients, suddenly I'm bursting into tears. What a scene. Everyone is looking at me. I don't understand what's really happening to me. I feel so bad. getting a massive headache, getting shivers, can't even think. I'm feeling like a huge, heavy black cloud just sink onto me. My manager is taking me on the side, letting me go home, and just within a few hours, I'm unable to move for 5 days. My mind goes completely blank. I cannot think. My head is totally empty. I'm in a great pain all over my body. I cannot move, I cannot turn. I'm totally dependent on the will of my 2 small children, who do their best to look after me, tell me in bed, feed me, and even give me medication. I have a very high temperature every 4 hours, and not a doctor is interested in coming to help me, even though my daughter called ambulance. A normal strong force is pressing me down in bed. My body is weak or in pain. It feels like a pressure from all around the world decided to come on to me all at once. It lasts 5 whole days, 5 days of nightmare. Well, what happened to me, you would wonder? A huge amount of stress and overwhelm had hit me hard. I completely burned out. A divorcee, raising up 2 children by myself with no help, studying, working, running house. It was a lot to take on those days. Exercising, eating healthily, I thought I was doing all I could have for my best health. However, I totally overlooked the importance of my own rest, the importance of checking within myself how my emotions were affecting the sensations in my body, my own physical health, including my own liver, where everything is literally and emotionally digested. Again, as I did it at the age of 18, I had to rescue myself. I had to prioritize myself again, no matter the cost of losing friends and having less time to work. I had to step up the ladder of the importance of my wellness. I started having regular afternoon naps to re-energize myself for the evenings, became a happiness coach, and really got myself into all holistic, intuitive, healthy lifestyle. It was a big wake-up call for me. Rescuing others, I didn't notice that I drowned myself. Have you ever experienced something so traumatic in your life that changed you forever? Even Tony Robinson says that the purpose of pain is to move us into action. It's not to make us suffer. It was one of such episodes for me. This helped me to reconsider my values, my habits, my way of thinking, my way of being. Since then, as a health strategist and anxiety recovery specialist, I help those ones whose stress and mental health affect physical health. So you don't need to worry about waking up to a heart attack, having already high blood pressure. You can enjoy your life without health worries. I coach how to reverse cardiovascular diseases such as diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I coach how to step off addictions and reverse obesity that are results of not knowing how to deal with our emotions differently. I coach emotional resilience and mental flexibility to really utilize powers that are within us to secure our best health. As what could we do without it? Great physical and mental health give us freedom, independence, opportunities to do all what we want to do that perhaps we take for granted at times. Health gives us joy, strength, happiness. Did you know that the highest form of health is happiness? I teach exactly that, taking you from ill health to happiness, all based on your inner powers. I truly believe that health is the best investment we can ever make. Our bodies are our temples. The better care we give ourselves, the more fulfilling our lives are. And also, no one is more responsible for our happiness and wellness than we are. Did you know that in China, doctors are being paid for keeping patients healthy and well, and they don't get paid when the patients turn ill? This is the way to be. And this is how I am. And if you know me well, you will see that I'm hardly ever ill these days. Summarizing the speech today, let me say that even Winston Churchill, one of the greatest British prime minister of all times, said healthy citizens are the greatest asset any country can have. So if you're experiencing high stress causing your addictions or ill health, contact me. I'm always happy to hear from you. Thank you, everyone.
I'm coming. Thank you so much, Maggie. I must acknowledge you. I loved your story. I love the story about burnout. And what I loved about it, it's not that you had a burnout. I think we all had it, but that you overcome it. And this is, I think, one of the biggest, I wouldn't say mistake, but I can't really find the word for it now. What we all do, we pay attention to others, we help others, we do everything for others, right? But we do not take care of ourselves until something happens to us. And then when it happens to us, we realize, hold on a second, I am important. Okay? So, ladies, gentlemen, take care of yourself first. And then you will be able to take care of others, of your communities, of your, you know, everybody around you, but you first. It's not selfish. It's really not. It's a must. So thank you so much for a powerful story. Your story is powerful, Maggie. It's wow. I know your story and I know what you've been through. I'm just trying to really summarize it in a couple of sentences. But thank you so much for sharing.
Yes, thank you, Maggie, so much. And you know, the realization that I hit is that we are our own superpower. So thank you
Absolutely.
for emphasizing that. We are our own superpower.
One more thought on what Maggie said is yes, health is happiness. I agree. And I have a good friend who said that hospitals, they do sick care, but you are responsible for your health care. Okay. So we have to take care of our health because if we go to the hospital, then I'm going to be sick. So thank you so much.